Tonight, we are moving on to the race for Marietta First Ward seat. Jeff Schulteis unseated longtime incumbent Michael Scales in the race for Marietta's First Ward Council seat with just over 55% of the vote. Schulteis previously ran for council 8 years ago and has been a city employee for 7 years. Schulteis has said he spent much of his campaign going door to door, getting to know his ward's residents and listening to their concerns. According to Schulteis, he intends to maintain that personable approach to politics as a councilman, prioritizing community engagement over any overarching policy goals.
Everyone has, different problems throughout the city, and if I can help them, I will. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I worked in the city for 7 years. I know some of their problems, but I'm sure I don't know all of them.
Schulteis thanked his family and the many residents of Marietta's First Ward for their support. In the Marietta Council second ward race, we had Democrat Katie McGlynn, who has served on council previously, and Republican Janet Bond. McGlynn would take this race with nearly 70% of the votes. We'll move on to the fourth ward seat now. The race for that pitted Democratic incumbent Aaron O'Neill against lifelong Marietta resident and Republican Ron Wessel. In a tight race, Wessel takes the unofficial victory with almost 53% of the vote over O'Neill. Our Chase Campbell was at the Board of Elections office tonight as these results came in, where he had the opportunity to speak with unofficial fourth ward winner Ron Wessel. He joins us now live in the Digital Center. Chase, what did the unofficial councilman-elect have to say?
Thank you, Phyllis. Ron Wessel was at the Board of Elections office tonight as results came in. Wessel was elated to be named the unofficial winner of the fourth ward race. A longtime member of Marietta's business community, Wessel has said that as a councilman, he'd like to see the city run more like a business and focus on economic development. Looking ahead, Wessel shared some of his priorities as a councilman.
Harmer School is one of the most important things for Fourth Ward. The bridge is another thing. We need to get something going with the bridge. That's still out there. There's a lot of sidewalk repair and things that need to be done. There's a lot of things that haven't been done in the Fourth Ward for quite a while.
Wessel added that there's substantial infrastructure work throughout the city that he'd like to give attention to. He attributed his victory to hard work by a myriad of people who helped with his campaign, not least of whom was his wife, who Wessel says kept him sane and helped manage his campaign on social media. Wessel says he's eager to get started on his work as a councilman. Thank you, Phyllis. Back to you.
Chase.